So we are working through our data for the upcoming 2021 RaceTrends report, and by we, I mean somebody else at the company, not me. Numbers, not me. But those people, the ones actually doing the number stuff, they noticed a consistent trend. December, January, and February always have the fewest number of events. Probably because it's cold. You know, in the holidays, you got the holidays, plus it's cold. And also people just like to relax towards the end of the year. And it's cold. It's really cold out there. It's just hard this time of year to get people outside for a 5K. But that doesn't mean you have to abandon events entirely. You just got to get creative. And today, we're going to be looking at 4 customers who did just that.
The running community is made up of tens of thousands of these micro communities. And all these micro communities interact. And so we thought there were opportunities in this market to build some cool technology.
So real quick, before we jump into this, if you're not subscribed to this channel already, you can click that button, subscribe, ring the bell, turn on all the notifications. We post a lot of useful content on this channel. If you're a nonprofit, a race director, a timer, we want to help you out by sharing the information we know in webinars, how-to videos, and episodes like this. Also, see this little animated guy pressing the like button? That's our tutorial on how to click the like button. So see if you can follow along. No, but seriously, if you find this content useful, please click the like button. That way we know to make more like this. All right, so we're checking out 4 different customers today that are proving that you don't have to stay inside this winter. The first is the Abominable Snow Race, and they're teaching us to embrace winter. This sold-out January event goes all in on winter, with over 20 winter-themed obstacles that give participants the opportunity to challenge themselves. They have categories for 1 or 2 laps of their course, and they also offer an option to do a 3rd lap if the first 2 are completed in a certain amount of time. This ensures a challenge for participants of all fitness levels. It's actually a really good idea because if you finish those first 2 laps and then you're just done waiting for everyone else, I'd rather be moving and doing another lap than standing outside in the cold. The event partnered with Lake Geneva Food Pantry to stomp out hunger. They added a request for donations during the registration process. The Abominable Snow Race was going for a goal of $3,000 and they raised $3,062. So awesome job with that. The Abominable Snow Race used our groups and teams feature, but instead of keeping our general name of groups and teams, they actually went in, edited the terminology, and instead of having the participants just join a group or a team, they were joining Yeti squads, which sounds way cooler. Participants responded enthusiastically, with 51% of all participants opting to register as part of a Yeti squad, and the largest squad gathered a whopping 40 members, one of which I believe was an actual Yeti. Yeah, the thermos type, like for hot liquids, not the mythical creature. That would be ridiculous. Groups are great for bringing registrants into your race because I don't know how many members of this 40-member team would have signed up if it wasn't for their friends saying, hey, join my Yeti squad. But that can be a really great incentive for bringing more people into your race. So consider groups and teams and consider putting your own little spin on it. All right, this next race teaches us to celebrate the holidays. It's running of the lights. This time of year, race directors might be thinking, I can't compete with the holiday celebrations. Well, this race becomes a holiday celebration. The event is run or walked through the Tanglewood Festival of Lights at midnight on New Year's Eve. While experiencing the lights all around you is a major draw for this event, they did keep a virtual option this year, allowing those who could not attend in person to keep their family tradition. The event supports St. Peter's Outreach Center through both a food drive and an optional donation during the registration process. Running of the Lights nearly doubled their donations in 2021, with 10% of all registrations including an additional donation. And for those of you who aren't familiar with GiveSignup, RunSignup, we allow people to do standalone donations, but also if you're signing up, you'll be asked about donations during that process. So that's what we're talking about when we say that 10% of all registrations included an additional donation. Another thing that sets Running of the Lights apart from other events is they don't do standard distances. They have options for a 3.2 or 1.75 mile run walk. And the reason why they do this is because they know the point is to see the most lights. It's not about setting a PR, and their custom-made courses ensure the most spirited course for their participants. So the next event proving that you don't have to stay inside in the winter focuses on the cause, and that event is Steps for Students. In 2020, Steps for Students hosted a widely successful virtual-only option. There's actually an episode of the Fundraising Events podcast, which is hosted by GiveSignup, RunSignup's Brian Jenkins. And he sits down with Julie Eberle from Steps for Students to talk about the marketing power of teams. So when you get a chance, check that out. The link is in the description. Also, if you click up here, the link will drop down. But this year, they're bringing people back in person while still maintaining their popular virtual option. What really makes this event special is the way that their cause, which is raising money for Catholic schools in the Galveston-Houston area, is tied to every aspect of the race. So in RunSignup, you can enable fundraisers if you have donations on. Fundraisers are individuals who are trying to raise money for your cause. We also have fundraising teams. So if a group of those fundraisers want to get together and form a team, they can all have different goals separately, but together they can be working towards a common shared goal. With this race, they go through and actually create all of the fundraising teams. Each team is named after one of the various schools in the area. So as donations are coming in, you can see which of the schools are bringing in the most funds. And that creates a fun competitive aspect that helps to drive donations. Because you could see which of the schools is the top fundraiser, you could see where your school's at, and try to get it higher on that list, claim that top spot, and you can even see who the top individual fundraisers are. Again, everything about their event is focused on their fundraising for Catholic education in the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston. They make it very easy on schools and fundraisers with dedicated web pages that have resources for schools and a how-to for fundraisers. The events that you have to choose from for the steps for students are tailor-made for family participation. They include both a timed and an untimed 5K, a 1-mile fun run, and a creatively named Hit Snooze for Students virtual option. People appreciate that flexibility, with 30% currently opting for the virtual race and a relatively even split between the 3 in-person options. As you may have noticed, they're utilizing event highlights here. This is a feature on GiveSignup, RunSignup, and as you can see, they included something short and descriptive to let people know a little bit about each event. And now for our 4th and final event that's proving that you don't have to stay inside this winter, they show that you can switch to winter sports. Is it too cold for running? Then you can host a more traditional winter event. The SISU Ski Fest in Ironwood, Michigan honors their local Finnish heritage by building an event with the same values as the Finnish word SISU. I'm not entirely sure that I pronounced that word correctly. I'm not Finnish. I am finished trying to pronounce it. That sounds confusing. I'm not Finnish, but I'm finished. Anyway, that word is a combination of stamina, perseverance, courage, and determination, held in reserve for hard times. In 2021, they triumphed with 613 racers out of 777 registrants, braving the course despite the 20 inches of pre-event snowfall and additional safety protocols for COVID-19. The SISU Ski Fest gives community grants each year, promoting silent sports, especially youth-oriented or community-wide cross-country skiing programs or projects. They keep donations simple with a soft ask during registration, and they manage to have 17% of all registrants opting to make a donation. So how big is the community support? Well, the SISU Ski Fest opened registration for their 2023 event after the completion of their January 2022 event, and it hasn't even been a month yet, but they've already raised over $1,200. The SISU Ski Fest is made possible with the help of some enthusiastic volunteers. When it's freezing cold outside and you have a difficult event to do, some friendly faces and a little cheer go a long way. Plus, look at that snowman. He's got his arm up in the air. He's happy to be there. All right, well, that concludes our list for today. So what's the takeaway from all this? Just because it's cold outside, that doesn't mean that people don't want to go outside. If you get creative and find some cool ways to make people forget about the frigid temperatures, people will be eager to participate and get out of the house, see their friends. And again, there's not as many events going on during these months. So if you can think of something clever, there's a lot of potential registrants out there who are probably just looking for an event to do right now. It could be your event. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and turn on all those notifications. I hope you're all enjoying the winter. This has been Talk Sign Up, powered by GiveSignup, RunSignup, and I hope all your signups go well.